Okay, I'm going to show you this here because this is more like what we're going to be doing here. This is the a959B. Basically, we are taking the a959 and we're putting this type of body on it. So we're doing somewhat of a little mix here, and I think it's going to work out pretty good. As you can see, this is the a979B. That's the body type here. We have a little different body chosen, but as you can see, the internals are very, very similar. This looks like a brush setup, which we're going with brushless. So there's not a lot of differences between these little trucks, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to change it up a little bit and see what we can do there. Here's the stock electronics that come with that, but we don't need any of that stuff. We got our own stuff here. Alright, so now we're back in Cura, and I'm going to go over what we're going to be printing here. So basically what we have here is 4 hexes, which I had to change the size on. I'll go over that stuff later. We have 2 steering bell cranks and 2 bearing seats. So this is basically what we're going to be 3D printing today. You don't want to do all this stuff all at one time on the Ender 3 because when you do, it kind of overloads the build plate and it doesn't want to print properly. Because a lot of people that have the Ender 3 know that the bed itself doesn't get level very easily. So we're going to go ahead and slice this up here like we're doing now, and then we'll throw it on the SD card and get cracking on it. I'll change the file name over here where we can find it, and we'll get rolling. Okay, so let's find to our file here. Now this thing here sometimes kind of throws file all over the place. It's one of the things I don't like about it. So there's the original one. It's not the one we need though. See if I can show you the screen here a little bit. And like I said, this thing kind of throws it all over, so you just got to kind of find it. With each update, it does different things, so it's one of the downsides of the printer, but if you can get used to that or just kind of deal with it, you'll be alright. It actually doesn't bother me so much now. I just kind of look around for my file, and when I get too many files, I just move them into folders, and it's a lot easier that way. So right there's my file, WLToys 2 is what I coded it. So we're going to click that. And it should print somewhere around here and back here. I'm trying to avoid the bump in the middle there. I've got to get a new pad or a piece of glass. I'm thinking about going with some glass this time. Because I use the crap out of these and they just, they take a beating. So, but yeah, that should print about an hour. We'll see some results here, so I'll show you what we got in as far as the parts that we ordered, all the metal and stuff, and we'll check that out. Okay, so here's everything we've printed so far. We've got the main chassis, which you guys seen in the last video. We have the tires here, which they came out pretty decent. I ordered these tires off of AliExpress, and then I 3D printed the rims. Here's what you haven't seen yet. So we got in the main shaft, whatever you call it. We have a differential. We have a second differential. We have dog bones, 2, and then another 2. We have drive cups. And we have the main spur gear or whatever that'll attach to the end there. And then we have the I guess that's going to be the pinion gear. So this is all the hardware that I ordered from AliExpress. Usually it takes a lot longer, so I was kind of surprised that it came in so quick. And then we also got a body. Let me grab that down real quick. So this is the body that I chose. As you can see, I like the monster truck kind of look. This is more of a buggy platform, but like I said, you can turn it into whatever. So I'm going to be extending the posts and stuff to make this fit. So it should be pretty cool. I love the body on that. And I had a surprise came in yesterday that I wasn't expecting for quite a while. I received my electronics pack that I ordered, so let me show you that. Okay, here's the electronics pack. This is what I got. I got I think it's a 25 amp. I'm not sure. They got the thing kind of marked off there. I think it's a 25 amp ESC, and this will do 2S, I do believe. So it's brushless setup. You got the 3 wires there. That'll work fine. Then in here you got your little mini motor, brushless motor. That's pretty cool. And then we have our little mini servo, which I got a ton of these, but it's always nice to have another one. So that should work pretty good. And then we have the main remote. Sorry guys, let me get this out here. Kind of hard to do that one-handed. This is pretty cool. So, you know, these aren't like, you know, built for a ton of range or whatever, but if you look, they're pretty comfortable. You can actually reach this if you really wanted to with your thumb. It'll make these little thumb steers that I got here work really well. And what's cool about it is it also comes with the receiver, if you see it there. So yeah, it's a nice little setup. I'm gonna put a link, or actually I'll put a little snippet of how much I paid for this, because you're not gonna believe this. All this stuff right here came together for like $30-something. So I'll put that in a video as well. And you already seen how cheap this stuff was, so this is why I go to AliExpress. And guys, come on. I mean, this is a 16 scale, 18 scale, or whatever. This is metal. I can't move it, so, you know, my chassis I can actually bend a little bit if I really wanted to. This is going to be tough enough to do a little bit of bashing around the yard. We're not trying to make this thing 100 mile an hour. You know, we're trying to play around with a 16 scale or an 18 scale, whatever this is. It's quite a bit different than building a 10 scale or larger, because obviously you need more durability. These little guys, you really don't. And that's kind of the whole reason why I decided to do the 3D print on these, because it was a cool little build. And as you can see, you know, I can print parts for it and just kind of go to town and, you know, see what comes of it. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys are enjoying this as well. And like I said, I'll put some links and stuff in there where you guys can check these out yourself. And if you have any questions, or you want to follow along with the build even more, maybe you're doing something like this similarly, and I didn't even notice this. These have the outdrive cups in there or whatever. That's pretty cool. I thought I was gonna have to buy this separately. But yeah, if you have questions, or you want to build one of these on your own, or you're gonna build one something similar or whatever, I've done a couple things similar to this, so I know a little bit about what I'm doing as far as like the printing and putting the stuff together, what I need, what I don't need. So feel free to ask questions, post comments, whatever. I have no problem helping anybody out. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy what's going on so far, and this is getting better and better. So the next step, we'll go through and actually print a little bit more, because I think when I print the diff cases and stuff like that, I think I can put more in there. But as you can see, my build plate's not real big, and I don't want to overload it, because sometimes when you do on the Ender 3, when you put too much on there to print, it doesn't like to print very well. So I like to keep it kind of small, that way it prints well. So we'll see how it goes and go from there. Okay, so now they are finished printing. Looks like everything printed out pretty good. Got some weird stuff here on the bottom here, but on these small parts, which is why I like to print them separately, the supports for them kind of look a little weird. These are fine. And the hexes actually look really good. I might have to clean out the other side, but actually no, those look really good. Yeah, so get that off the plate. Probably have to pull the thing up there, but yeah, I mean, they look really good. And as you can see, it's nice and clean. I got a little bit of cleaning to do on those, but not much. That thing would focus a little bit better. Not too worried about those either. So we'll have to figure out if those hexes fit those rims that I printed as well. If not, I'll have to come up with something as far as the hexes go. So yeah, we'll do another video here soon, and we'll print a lot more and then get a little closer to getting this thing wrapped up.
Break it down.